What is up, guys? This is your boy Crimsy here, or the guy with a Belgium accent. And last night I had a dream. It was actually so fucked up. It looked so real. It felt so real, and it wasn't real. I have no clue what happened with my brain last night. I have no clue what happened with. I think half of my brain just disappeared last night. I have no clue. I didn't drink or anything. I just went to bed and slept. I had a dream. I am not lying. I woke up this morning and I've been writing down what I dreamed of. It's in Dutch, of course, because I'm not gonna like fucking translate shit when it's 5 a.m. in the morning. Let's start the dream. So basically I was playing this game called Jurassic Park. An IRL game, I think. It was next gen, like beyond next gen. You were actually able to hop into the game, you know, with those glasses that you put on and you're actually put into the game. Well, that is basically what happened to me. I was playing this Jurassic Park game and it was sort of based on DayZ, I think. You know, like everyone has his own character and you randomly walk around and all of a sudden you meet other people and blah blah blah. And all of a sudden I saw FaZe Jev pop up. Like, what the fuck is Jev doing on this game? But he was the only one that I found. Like, he was literally the only person that was in this game. But the problem with this game was we had to complete missions. Like, it was not just free roaming, we actually had to complete missions. Everyone had their own quest, sort of thing. So we had to complete missions. So all of a sudden I was thinking to myself, why am I not just gonna invite Jev? So I invited him to the party. All of a sudden we were walking on this high road, and all of us, like, there was people passing by in their cars, like on a normal high road, and all of a sudden there was fucking dinosaurs and mutants coming from everywhere, and people were panicking, people were driving away, people were crashing into each other. I know it's not funny, it's fucked up. But like, people were driving away, they were panicking. And me and Jev, as in a character, with FaZe Jev above character, of course, we were standing in the middle of this high road, just looking like, what the fuck? And all of a sudden, Jev joined the party. And I was like, hello, are you seeing what I'm seeing? And Jev was like, where the fuck are we? I'm like, I have no clue. And then we started talking about Jurassic Park and dinosaurs and whatnot. It was so stupid. So basically we were talking about dinosaurs while we were running for our lives, while we were completing missions. And all of a sudden we came up to this one mission. It was sort of a boss mission, I would say. But it was actually, we came up to this area that looked just like the prison on GTA 5. Just the exact same as a prison of GTA 5. You know, with like the fence, and then behind the fence there's another fence. Just like that. So me and Jev, we were like sneaking towards the fence, marine style and shit. Like 100 meters away from us, we see the boss that we need to kill with like an icon above his head, like kill. But he was standing on sort of a railing, I would say. But me and Jeff, we were still talking about like Jurassic Park and how the fuck we ended up in this game and whatnot. And all of a sudden my mom called me. She was standing next to me, she's like, Bart, can you help me for a second? So I was like, sure, but I didn't tell Jeff. So I helped my mom out. My mom had my iPhone in her hands, and she was like, hey, look at this. And she was playing my montage, Conspiracy 1 and 2. I don't know why, but it was really loud because I was looking at my screen and I could actually see my mic turning on, and it actually looked like I was talking, but it was just because of the music was too loud. I put my headset on my head again. I wanted to talk to Jev. I'm like, yo Jev, I'm back. And I realized he wasn't in the party anymore. What the fuck did I do? I'm like, oh shit, I didn't tell him I was gone. And then I realized, oh fuck, the music was playing so freaking loud, he must fucking died. So I invited him back, and he didn't join. I invited him again, and again, and then after inviting him 5 times, he joined again, and he was like, yeah, what's up? I was like, yo man, I'm sorry, I had to help my mom. Like, why was your music playing so loud? Like, my eardrums were about to explode. This dream is so fucked up. So, we sneak up to this boss. Jev tells me, you take left, I will go right. All of a sudden, he says, go. We start shooting at the boss. We see his health bar dropping, dropping, and dropping. And all of a sudden, he's dead, and we completed the game. Then, all of a sudden, me and Jev are standing in front of this door at someone's house. We ring the doorbell. Well, Jev rings the doorbell. We're waiting for like 5 seconds. We're talking. I don't even know what we're talking about. It doesn't really matter. And all of a sudden, someone opens the door. And guess who it was? It was Gwid. Gwid opened the fucking door. I was shocked that I was dreaming about something like that. Gwid opened the door. So basically, we were actually standing at Gwid's house. God knows why. He let us in. He walked with us all the way down to his basement, where he always plays Call of Duty, as you can see in his videos. We were sitting in a sofa. Jev and Gwid were sitting on the right side, a 2-seater. And I was sitting in a 3-seater. And we were playing Call of Duty. We're just chatting. Gwid didn't say much, to be honest. He actually just sat there, being Gwid. Jev was still talking and talking and talking and talking. And all of a sudden, I was looking around in his room, because that's what I always do when I come in someone's house that I've never walked into. I always look around like, what the what? So I was doing that in my dream, in his house, in Gwid's house, in his basement, for fuck's sake. So I was in his basement looking around, and all of a sudden, I look at the wall, and I see a piece of paper in some sort of plastic thing. I don't know, I think I have it here, like, it's sort of like this, I don't know how you call it. Like, basically, this was what was on his wall. But this wasn't actually normal paper. This was actually a screenshot zoomed in. That picture on Gwid's wall, inside that plastic thing, was a screenshot of a zoomed in feed of a 6-on-screen Switch with an XPR and an AN94. I don't know why it was hanging there. Gwid, honestly, dude. Why is that hanging on your wall? I don't understand. Why am I dreaming about that hanging on your wall? I don't understand. Anyway, so we were just sitting there. I noticed that. I was like, I think I remember Gwid hitting that clip. I'm not gonna talk about that because then I'm gonna sound nerdy and he might kick me out of his house or some shit. So we just started talking, and it seemed like everything that I said to them, like, if they would ask me a question, this is gonna sound really stupid. If they would ask me a question saying, yo, Crims, what's up? And I would answer saying, the sky, don't react. They would just look at me and be like, they were thinking the same thing. What the fuck is this kid on about? Look at him. What the fuck? That's what they did for 1 hour straight. I'm sitting in this 3-seater sofa, and all of a sudden I look at my left and there's a girl sitting next to me. She had a pink top and a yellow miniskirt, and I just looked at her, and she looked at me, and all of a sudden she smiled. And I was just sitting there like, where the fuck did you come from? And then, ladies and gentlemen, I woke up. My alarm went off because I had to go to work. That was so fucking stupid. I don't even know why I dreamed about that.